I'm trying.
I'm trying. Yeah! Alright guys, it is a day on the Evo. We have a few things to do, so let's make our list. First thing we have to do is finish mounting the splitter. Second thing we have to do, we have a coolant leak and an oil leak. I'm pretty sure they're both coming from the turbo because I didn't have the leaks prior to the new turbo, so we're going to start with that. Another thing we want to do, I did borrow Justin's boost leak tester, so that'll check our boost leaks and vacuum leaks. I don't know if I have one, I just want to make sure I don't. I did pick up some cheap NGK spark plugs just for tuning. Once John says the tune's all good, I do throw in some nice plugs in there. It's just for now, I do use cheap NGK plugs just for tuning wise, in case we burn one or foul one or whatever. It's just easier so I don't go through a dozen $10 plugs. I have a set of $10 plugs. Alright guys, this is what I have going so far. So I did do this. I moved the horn to right there. I don't think it'll matter too much, but I'm going to use this bracket and then drill a hole right here, and then that'll go right there. So that will support the edges from flapping quite a bit. However, that won't really do anything for the front. So I think I will have to get splitter rods for the front, which is unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'll just finish up these splitter rods and see where we're at, and then I'm gonna take the whole splitter off because I have to get my downpipe off to fix my oil leaks and my coolant leaks. So let's get this done and knock this out so we can move on, because I have quite a bit to do today and I really don't have a lot of time. Also, we actually have a little surprise for my sister later on. Today actually was technically her wedding day. However, because of the whole coronavirus thing, she had to cancel it and move it to a later date. So today we're going to do something a little special. So everything I got to mount this thing is actually from Ace. I don't know what these are, but they work perfect for my use because they're fully adjustable, which is nice. So I can kind of lower it to like that, or if I want it up here, it doesn't really matter. So that's nice. So everything's kind of fully adjustable. So I'm thinking eventually I really want to get sheet metal and pretty much duplicate this thing and lay it under here and bolt it all together so it's really strong underneath, but it still looks like black on top and it looks good. But the sheet metal underneath will make it really support, and if I hit something like coming on, it'll hit the sheet metal and stop instead of just exploding the ABS plastic. Is that good? Is that flush? It looks pretty flush. I think I'm gonna go for it. I just don't like how wobbly that is. Like, I don't like how it can do that. But I don't really know what to do to not have that. I'm really not sure if I'm a fan of this method, just because this can happen. Like, say I hit something, it can go up and just like kind of be all loose. But I mean, it supports it going down, but I don't know. If you guys can come up with a better idea, let me know. But I'm going to start working on the other side and get that done and make it look exactly like this. I just don't know if I'm completely okay with how this turned out. If anything, I can actually get another one and go straight down and support it more right here, but I just don't know if I really like how this came out, because, like, I don't know. It just kind of looks cheap. The other thing I could do is get, like, a splitter rod that, like, can't really go up more because it's all fixed place. I don't know. If you guys have any better ideas, let me know, but as of now, I'm going to start working on the other side and make it look like this. I'm thinking it's a good idea to put another one right here, and eventually, just maybe not today. But let's get the other side done and start from there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this that long, just because I'm not really happy with how that other side turned out. It kind of turned out a bit looser than I wanted, I would say. I think looser is the word. So I found these things on Ace, and usually I was gonna use these to connect them, like this. However, I found out if I just torch these two and bend them a little, I can actually fit these together, which is way better than using this in between. So that's all I'm doing right here. I just gotta do it to one more side, just this side, and then I can throw the other side on, and then we can mount the whole splitter. The splitter should be fully mounted then, and then I'll take the whole thing off, take the downpipe off, and then we can move to those leaks. Oh, I should probably put this on the top. I'm gonna put this all the way up. Yeah, this just is not sturdy enough yet. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to get splitter rods because this is just not stable enough. If you guys can see. So with all the mounts I have right now, which is honestly, I thought was gonna be good enough, but obviously it is not good enough. I mean, this thing is still really, really loose. So we're definitely gonna have to get splitter rods. I'll order those, but right now I'm sure it's all right. It just, we can't go on the main road yet. So now I gotta take that whole splitter off, take the downpipe off, and then we gotta work on our leaks. So that's never fun. My least favorite thing to do on cars is fix leaks. I hate fluids. They make a mess. You get all oily, your fingers. Anyone that knows what I'm talking about knows it's just gross. So I actually wanted to try this. I saw this on Adam LZ's video. Apparently all the diffs in the US have their plates unorganized to minimize clapping and clunking and things like that, and you can actually put them in order and have them work better as a LSD. So let me see if my discs slip like his did. So notice when I'm spinning this wheel with my foot, this one's moving. Oops, right there. So notice how this one's moving. When I hold this, it should still move. However, there's no friction and I can just hold this back. Notice I'm moving this one, but this one's not moving. When you reorganize those discs in the diff, this should keep going like this even when I hold it. I barely have to put pressure on this and it'll stop spinning. So maybe I'll take apart my diff and reorganize my disc so it works better, because this, how I'm stopping it, should not be like that. Alright guys, change of plans. I didn't end up doing that boost leak check just because I figured if I'm going to do that, I might as well do it when I'm done touching the car, so I'm not going to keep tinkering things with after I checked that, because you want that good when you're done working on the car. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But I saw my catch can, I'm like, never really emptied that. So I cracked it open, got one drip on my hand, smells like straight alcohol, like 100% alcohol. The last time I actually did do this, nothing came out. I did that like my first oil change on the brand new engine, so I'm curious to see what's actually in there, so let's do that. I hope I don't make a mess. Like, oh, like, if you guys know what Sky Vodka is, that's what this smells like. Oh my gosh. All my cuts are like on fire right now. You really don't know how many cuts you have on your hand until you put some alcohol on it. I'm glad I did that. So this was actually pretty full. This is really gross. It smells so bad. So I'm confused. Can someone explain this to me? If your catch can goes to your valve cover, it's your pressure in your valve cover stuff. Why is this fuel? Why isn't it like straight oil that's in the head, or in the valve cover rather? Why is this fuel? That doesn't make sense to me. So if anyone actually knows what, like, how this happens, I want to know how fuel gets in the valve cover, and that's what pushes it out instead of oil. I would think when I crack this open, it's full with like kind of oil, maybe fuel mixture, but mostly oil. But this is 100% like mostly fuel. Like there's not a lot of oil in this, if any. I don't know. I'm confused on what this actually catches, but it's definitely doing its job. This is nasty. It looks like pee. Like to go take a drug test, like go pee in a cup. Cheers. I just don't get it. Why is there fuel in your valve cover? That doesn't make sense to me. But so someone in the comments, I know you guys know, hit that comment and tell me why fuel comes out of my catch can when in my mind oil should be. Oil that is necessary in the valve cover should be sucking it and catching it. However, it looks like fuel, it smells like fuel. It's obviously E85 in there. But let's keep working on this downpipe because I really want to check out these leaks. So I didn't get everything I wanted to get done. However, I do have to clean up and go surprise my sister with that thing we were talking about. However, I really did want to show you what's going on. So I think I'm actually going to have to reorder a 10AN bung for the return line. It's actually that thing that Matt and I made a while back, but the gaskets for the bolts aren't lining up. So that means it's leaking. I'm going to try to show you guys. It's just going to be kind of hard with the light. So it's really hard to show you guys, but if you guys can see this gasket, it's for this bolt. This thing is so crooked because we didn't shave enough of the inside down, so it's really off-centered, but that's why I have to get a new one. This one just isn't working out because those gaskets. If it weren't for those gaskets and these bolts didn't leak, we'd be so fine with this thing, but unfortunately they are leaking and it's not going to work. So we are going to have to order a new one of these, which means I can't put this whole car back together, which is really sad. And if you guys remember, I did mention that I had a coolant leak. I can't find it. There's coolant on my starter. There's like 2 drips. However, it's really confusing because my oil's green and coolant's green. So that's really confusing and it messes me up, but I can't find a coolant leak. Both of the coolant hoses on the turbo are completely dry. Like there's nothing on them. The turbo part of the return line is fine. It's just that return line to the oil pan that's leaking. So I think that's my only leak. It just feels like a lot of fluid for just that thing, but the best I can do is fix that leak and then see where we are. It's kind of hard to just start fixing things when I don't really know they're leaking. I'm sure in my next video I will test my boost to see if I have any boost leaks, and that's also vacuum leaks, which can make your car run very weird. I think we're on the home stretch. Soon we should be calling John and getting this thing tuned because we really don't need much more. What a turnout!
I'm finding this now. Oh yeah, wait, let me see the, oh, alright, go ahead, my bad.
So, I'm not sure how much I explained before, but we are doing a drive-by, I think it's called, right, Dalton? It's called drive-by.
No, drive-by is what gangs do, to shoot other people.
Alright, we're doing a happy drive-by. So my sister's wedding was actually supposed to be today, however, it got postponed from the coronavirus, so we are gonna do a drive-by. Everyone made signs and stuff, so we're all gonna be obnoxious and honk our horns and disturb the neighborhood. You got something to say?
What's your sister's name?
What's your sister's name? What a turnout! I'm guessing there's about 30 people, 30 cars.
The biggest thing I've done in a month.
Everyone's getting their signs ready. Everyone's sticking out their sunroofs. It's gonna be legit. This is sweet. And then we got 2 cameras. Yeah, Noelle knows. Nate with his truck. Yeah, give her some. There it is. Oh! Run, Rebecca! All right, guys, this is it. We are live. We're going in, baby. We're up. We got everyone following us. Dude, my car smells like oil. You have to smell it. There's no way you don't smell it. Whew. Why are you guys out here?
I don't know.
I don't know why we're out here. No idea.
What is going on?
What is going on? Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Hey, turn it.
I'm trying.
I'm trying. Yeah!
Rev it up.
All right, Dalton, that's it. It was a good time, right?
Great time.
Alright guys, hope you guys like this video. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, don't forget that. Peace.